Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, this is Amma 1 from the Great Millstone camp here in Trinidad, and I'm going to do a lesson on the influence that Esau have outside here on these women and these these women and these fellas that have outside here, but mainly these women, boy, because these women and them have one of the highest minds you could think about. They think all the best about themselves. They don't do no wrong, you know. And it's because that Esau give them that forward. You understand? He give them that push, that extra drive to make them feel like there is something, and be empowered and be strong and independent and black, and that ain't cutting it with no man out here, and that ain't cutting it with the men of the Lord, and that ain't going to cut it with any man that comes in any fucking woman life with that mindset. Because if it's a man, you know what? If it's a real man, you know what them kind of thing wrong here. Big man thing. You know what them kind of thing wrong here. You understand? Now, this is the serpent. Now, I'm going to read Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. And it says, Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Now, the serpent was no freaking snake. I always say this because it is the truth. You're going to the Hebrew word there. It is from the Hebrew word Nachash, which means an enchanter, a witch, or a warlock, or a divinate, or a diviner, or spirits, or whatnot. Alright, basically a sorcerer, alright, a witch. Somebody who has practiced witchcraft. So he was a man, an evil, wicked man who does do sorcery. Which that man today is Esau. You understand? There is nothing new under the sun. Get it over with. Stop thinking it's Satan come in the form of a snake. A literal snake creeping on the belly to tell Eve something. No. He just was on shit. Understand? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High had said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Ye shall not surely die. What kind of way? Damn freaking lying bastard. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, which is the same thing today. Now, this tree that was not actual fruit she eat, it have scriptures talk about the fruit of your doings, the fruit that come, you shall know them by their fruits and whatnot, the things that they produce. You understand? So it wasn't talking about the actual fruit. It was a philosophy or a way that a life that this enchanter presented to the woman, which the Most High tells she don't eat off of that knowledge, that certain knowledge that it have, that this particular nation have. Do not eat out of that. Don't follow them ways. Stay away from it. And he presented it to the woman, and she indulged herself in it. And through she indulging herself in it, she went and taught her husband about this sorcerous ways of this nation. Same thing Esau do the woman today with the woman's lib and the woman's empowerment movement and all of them sort of thing. He tell them, hey, you have rights to be over your man, which the Most High say is not supposed to be so. And it's the same thing here, because Eve wanted to be one up above She-Man. She wanted to be somebody who know something. Same thing with these black women today. They want to be somebody who knows something. All you don't know shit. Just be humble and sit down and pat down all yourself. You understand? So it says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes, it was life. Because in this wicked flesh, sin does be the most sweetest thing. So she see it like, wow. You understand? To the flesh, sin is pleasant. But in the eyesight of the Most High, no sin, no, that ain't good. Hence the reason why the Apostle Paul and the apostles back then and the apostles now and our Lord and Savior Yahushua was talking about walking in the Spirit, being spiritual, so that you can fulfill the lust of the flesh. See, it goes back quite back here. Alright? It says what? And a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit, as I say, she then went and actually pick a fruit, plooks, and eat, bite the fruit, and it gets she wise. No. It was a way of life that a certain group, a race of people had, that the Most High, they was eating off of that knowledge of that tree, alright, which is in the midst of the garden, which I heard Apostle Aram Lab and them say that would have been like the zodiac signs and all of that. They would have been eating off of that. The Most High didn't want his people eating off of that, his chosen. Coming off with that kind of knowledge, because that is the knowledge of wickedness. He don't want them to do that. Or if you want to go deeper, he did, because the scripture say the creature was made subject unto vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him that had measured the same in hope, or something like that. But the Most High, the serpent now come with a plan to get them to go off. So he went to Eve and tricked Eve. And it's the same thing he doing today. So it says she took of the fruit thereof and did eat. So she take on this custom, and she indulged herself in it. I know it wasn't sex, because the scripture already said be fruitful and multiply before, so it wasn't sex. It was a way to life that is not comely for life. It is more what is the word I'm looking for? It is more I lost the word. But it go bring you more to death rather than it bring you to life then, That is the way she took on. That is the fruit she did eat. The fruit that go and lead she to death rather than life. It says, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So now her husband ate. You understand? Her husband eat. It says what? And her husband did eat. You understand? So now, you woman following Esau and his philosophies, his ways to life, which is the ways of death. And I was now talking to the brother in the car there, like this thing act like a lady, think like a man, which is madness, because when you really think about it, you're acting like a lady, but what the scripture say? Let's bear with me a little bit. Is all. The thing playing up here, I see it and trying to disrupt the word. Yes, no? So it says what? Proverbs 23:7. So it says, act like a lady, think like a man. So you put in your brain and fashion in your brain to think like a man. Alright? To operate like a man. So now when you operating like a man, what you is? You is a man. Because where your spirit dwells, the spirit dwells in your pineal gland, when in your pineal gland is in your head. Alright? So with when your spirit cling or change from being a lady to being a man, you go be a lady outwardly because you have boobs, you have a fat ass. So you will dress up like a lady naturally because that is how your physical body is structured. But in your mind is to be a fucking man. Alright? Which is that is a deception. Proverbs 23 verse 7, it says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Alright? So from what you thinking in your mind, that is what he is. So you're saying act like a lady, think like a man. So from the time you thinking you is a man in your mind, you's a man. You's not a lady no more. So you will look like a lady, but you's actually a male. So you're a fucking transgender. Because your mind focused on being a boy rather than being a lady as you're supposed to be. Take care of your household, take care of your son or your daughter, take care of your husband. And this philosophy was planted in all your brain by the hands of the so-called white man going way back then in the garden. So now all you're thinking that all is men walking the earth, but he is actually in a woman body. So is that transgender? You just didn't physically change your sex, but the perception already in your mind. The concept of being a man done planted in your brain. Hence the reason why it have all this confusion in the earth today. It's a confused earth because people want to be things there is not. Especially these women. And men now want to be fucking women. Proverbs 23:7, it says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So the same thing as a woman thinking in she mind, she's a man, that is what you're going to get. So you're going to get a rough bitch, you're going to get a girl, you're going to get a man in a fucking woman in woman clothes. So she's going to be rough and tough, telling herself she could be a man, which she's a female. You've been deceived, woman, you've been deceived. Esau deceived you. You're going to be too emotional to accept it. Only the men of Israel will. This is why this thing is only for men. Because we could come out now and say, you know what, Esau really did deceive we, and let we look back to we Lord. But you tell a woman, hey, you so-called white man deceived you. No, he never deceived me. He never deceived. Yes, you've been deceived. You weren't taught the correct things. You was taught to be something it is not supposed to be. You wasn't created to be a man. You was created to be a servant to your husband. You tell them that they want to beat you. It says, eat and drink, saith he to thee. Yeah, Esau telling you to go and eat and drink. Esau saying, come, do as you feel like. Do as you feel like. Come, eat and drink. Eat at my philosophy. Eat at my wine. No, Salakia. Eat at my defiled bread and drink at my defiled wine. But his heart is not with thee. That is the same thing the serpent tell Eve. Come eat, come drink, come. Do as I say to do. Eat my thing and drink. Eat my wine and drink. So like I keep saying, eat my wine. Do I not like it? Drink my wine and eat my defiled bread. Do it. But his heart is not with you because all you want to see is destroyed. The so-called white man just want to see you get destroyed. He deceived you. Get that in your brain. You women, or you lack understanding, as it says in Job 39 verse 17. Fall back in line because all your husbands is the one who had to lead the way. He's the one. He's the one could see. All your blind as a fucking bat. Relax all yourself. And all your pussy ass men outside here, get some fucking balls. Sit a fucking bitch niggas by. Fuck. So hey, hopefully you get the point, you know. All praises is due to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai and double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect of Israel, alright? Shalom.